Hello Sagittarius, and welcome back to my channel. This is Awaken Healings with Jess. I'm here to bring you your general reading for end of November, early December. This is sort of like a holiday kickoff type message. But this is general for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So take what resonates, leave what does not. If you may feel inclined to check out your other videos for your moon sign, rising sign, and Venus signs as well. There may be additional messages for you to listen to and to pick up on and things like that. So it might resonate a bit better just in case your sun sign does not. But anyway, so I hope you all are having a lovely holiday season. We have kicked it off with the Thanksgiving holiday. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Happy birthday, Sagittarius. This is your energy that we're nicely seated in. So we had a lovely full moon on the 26th of November. That was a new moon in Sagittarius, and it was pretty awesome, pretty spectacular. And I feel like that energy is definitely what we all need to catapult us and kick us off into taking big bold steps, towards manifesting our reality and making things tangible here in the 3D. So let's get started. So what I've done is I've already pulled and meditated upon your cards, but I've pulled your Celtic card spread, your Celtic Cross card spread, and I'm using the Mystic Dreamers Tarot deck. I've also pulled 3 theme cards using the Goddess of the Moon Oracle deck. And let's just start flipping these over and see what messages come through. Yeah, oh, I love this. So, many of you, this is the 8 card of transformation. It's the path. I feel like many of you Sagittarius are, really exploring your future and exploring ideas about how to move yourselves into your new cycle, into abundance, into, making your dreams a reality. And I feel like you guys are nearly there. And this is new energy. This is exciting energy. And I see that, maybe some of you are just sort of in the void, in the darkness, and just, maybe a bit of mental confusion about how it is that you want to ascend into the next cycle. And I feel like some of you may have been through some things. I see this card shows, an individual who's down sort of in the trenches in the valley. It's very dark. It's very, challenging terrain. It's not flat rolling, flat paths, rolling hills. It's challenges. So I feel like you've been through some stuff, and, now you're at a crossroads, and it's like, okay, well, which way are you going to go? Are you going to stay down here and continue on with the same old, and continue to endure the same old struggle and just sort of keep things even keel? Or are you going to choose the path of ascension to bring you into alignment with yourself and really go towards your goals, hopes, and dreams, and really make this a reality? Because once you decide to ascend, and it's not an easy ascension. I mean, kind of look at this little ladder. It's a little bit rickety, and there's a lot of trust. You have to trust that it's going to hold you up. And I feel like it's you finding the trust in the universe, that your universe and spirit guides will hold and lift you up as you make the conscious decision to ascend towards your divine birthright, your future, which is love, happiness, and abundance. So there may be a bit of a challenge going there, which means you have to release a lot of the past. You have to release old versions of yourself. You have to release maybe old karmic situations. But it's a decision. I do see that you are right there at the crossroads, and you can continue to stay and repeat karmic cycles, or you can choose to say, that's not for me. I'm going to increase my vibrational energy. I'm going to allow the universe to elevate me and, go towards what's really, truly meant for me. All right. So what a beautiful way to start off the reading, Sagittarius. All right. Up next is Wisdom, the card of 22. I love this. The 22 is a master number. That's usually when you see 22 together. That's a master number. That's saying that divine is with you. The divine is definitely guiding you and shepherding you on the illumined path. So this is the card of wisdom. It is coming in reversed. I do feel like this is you gaining inner strength and wisdom, that you're doing the self-reflection that you need in order to determine what you're going to do at that crossroad. Because you are at a crossroad. Do you stay with what you know and with what's familiar, or are you going to choose differently and choose, the path of maybe adventure, the path that maybe doesn't feel so comfortable, but that if you trust the process and you go through it, it's going to yield big rewards. So I feel like this is you sort of meditating and sort of doing the self-analysis about what's happened in the past, 6 months, what's happened in the past 10 years, what's happened in the past 35 years, and what were those lessons that you learned. I really do get the sense that you're asking those big questions. You're doing that self-introspection that you need, that self-analysis to really determine, all right, I'm here at this point in my life. Am I really happy? Am I happy with the way things have turned out? If the answer is no, well, then what are you going to do about it? And I feel like this is your spirit guides saying, all right, be still and listen, and we're going to help you understand the wisdom, and we're going to help you understand what's happening and where you need to go. We're going to give you that wisdom. We're going to help you tap into that inner wisdom, because truthfully, the answers lie within you. They really do. And I think deep down at your soul level, you know the truth, and you know exactly what you need to do. I just feel like this is you getting into spiritual alignment with it. All right. But your spirit guides are around you, and they're here to help you out through this, through this path. What's interesting is your last card is the void. It's the number 1 card of beginnings. And it is a very dark card because the void represents the new moon. This is new moon energy. We just had a beautiful new moon on the 26th in lovely Sagittarius. And I feel like this is you guys really just going into that void. I feel like, let me just pull up that other card. So I feel like this is you guys down here. This could be the void itself. And it's like, all right, you can stay down there, or you can choose to ascend into abundance. But I feel like this ascension is going to be a bit challenging, and I think this is sort of fear of the unknown as well. But trust yourself in this unknown energy, in this darkness. So I feel like the darkness can also maybe represent mental confusion. Things just aren't quite clear just yet, because I think you're still working on that. But it's going to come in. You're going to have that moment of, that spark of realization, like, oh, I get it now. I know now exactly what I want, and this will clear up. But this is about you trusting in the new beginning, choosing the new beginning for yourself, choosing a new path, and just kind of a new way of conducting business altogether in your life, in all aspects, all right? Okay, so let's see what we have going on for you in your cards. Like I said, I've already pulled your Celtic Cross, and I'm just going to take a moment to flip everything over and channel your energy. Throwing cards, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, interesting. This is going to be a good reading. All right, so kicking it off, bottom of the deck energy is 9 of Wands, reversed. I feel like you're letting go of burdens. I feel like you're letting go of things that no longer serve you, and you're really close to ending a karmic cycle. So I think that's why the Void card came in, because you really are at a crossroads. You're seeing it right here. It's like, all right, you've struggled enough, you've been through it all. I feel like you're battle hardened here. You're stronger, wiser, a little bit more enlightened about the ways of the world. You're tired, and I feel like part of you is like, oh, I don't know if I can continue on, through going through the 10 of Wands situation. Because I feel like the 10 of Wands situation is going to be the energy that ascends you up that little path, and really brings you into the next phase, the next level, which is up leveling yourself. So I feel like this is you getting ready for that 10th wand to up level yourself and really step forward boldly into your new life. All right. So central to your reading, Ace of Pentacles coming in reversed. This is a new opportunity. This is a new gift. This is maybe a new job, new line of funding, maybe new money, maybe an award at work. This could be a new partnership, something here in the tangible that's very grounded, very practical, a bit more realistic, right? Pentacle energy is also the card of, the Ace of Pentacles is the card of manifestation. Because it's coming in reverse, I feel like this is delayed a little bit, but I feel like the reason why it's coming in reverse is because you're still getting into alignment with where you're at. You definitely are at a crossroads, but I think once you determine which way you want to go, then this Ace of Pentacles will come in upright and be like, all right, you're now ready to receive the gift that the universe is presenting in front of you. You just have to get into alignment with what this gift is. And I think you know what it is, Sagittarius. I think it's a new way of conducting business. It's a new way of moving forward in your life. It's different choices. It's going in a new direction. The question is, are you ready for that journey? Are you ready to go in that new direction, right? Because crossing you is the Seven of Cups. Choices. Lots of choices, right? And this is saying, this is almost a card of caution. It's saying, all right, you've got lots to choose from. You're definitely at that crossroads, but how are you going to choose? And this is a card of saying, choose wisely. You know, don't fall for the shiny bauble syndrome, you know, because some of these cups do offer riches and rewards, but at what cost? Are you going to have to repeat a karmic lesson? So really get into alignment with yourself and ask yourself, what do I really want? And what's going to be in the highest alignment and the highest good for myself. And only you will know that. So I feel like this is saying, step away from the norm, go outside of what you normally do, and choose something that deep down you know is truly right for you, but it may be in a different direction. It may be something that you haven't really thought about or really done in the past. And now it's like, yeah, well, you're going to have to, you know, make that choice to, you know, to try on a different way of doing things. And it's just saying, be careful of the cups you choose. Make sure it's something that's not going to require you to repeat another karmic cycle. So if some of you are trying to manifest a relationship, you might be used to dating a specific type. Maybe it's time for you to move on from that type and try something else. Maybe try someone a bit more mature, someone who is going to challenge you as a person to grow personally, spiritually, you know, in all the right directions, in all the right areas. So I think it's something like that. Same thing with career. You know, are you staying stuck, or are you doing things for your highest good, or are you doing things for more personal gain? So what's your intention behind that? So it's like, yeah, it's just making sure that your conscious is clear, your karma is clear, and that you're going to continue moving forward and making choices that are going to bring good karma towards you. Okay. Foundational to that is the Hierophant. Maybe some of you, this is, when it comes in reverse, this is saying that you're no longer doing things by the book. You're no longer, this is you bucking convention. So I feel like this is you making the big changes that you need. It's like, okay, I'm not going to do what's expected of me anymore. You know, I'm done kind of being stuck in this this bubble or this set of rules, or living my life within a certain set of rules. And that may have served you well at one point, but I feel like this is you saying, yeah, no more. I'm ready to bust out of that shell. I'm ready to bust out of those shackles and really expand. So right now, Jupiter is doing something really interesting, astrologically speaking, and there's a lot of Jupiterian energy right now in Sagittarius, and Jupiter is a planet of expansion, of adventure, of good luck, good karma, and I feel like this is you saying, I'm ready to expand, to be bold, to be free, and I feel like this is you breaking free of old stories you used to tell, you know, yourself. I'm not good enough. I can only achieve this, and I'm only meant to go this high in life, or this far in life, or I'm only meant to just, you know, be here at this level. No. I think you're now understanding that's no longer true. That was someone else's version of the truth for you, but it's not your truth. So this is you breaking out of that. And in the recent past, you know, heartache. I feel like not only heartache, but I feel like you're leaving painful situations behind. I feel like this is a healing. I feel like you're finally healing yourself from core wounding from your childhood. I feel like you're definitely stepping into your own personal power, your own personal strength. And I feel like, you know, this is going away. That this was part of the energy that was keeping you stuck, that was keeping you small, that was sort of keeping you at a specific level in life. And I think you've done enough of the soul work to where you're now realizing that you're worth so much more, that you deserve so much better than what you previously believed. And this is an awakening. I do feel it. I do feel like this represents a healing, a spiritual awakening, and you're being cracked open. You know, you're being cracked open so you can truly emerge as your true, authentic Sagittarian self. I do see this as soul expansion. You had to have your heart broken open in order to receive and expand, you know, divine love. Really, you had to be cracked open. And I feel like this has happened for you because it's sitting in your recent past. So this could have been like something about 6 months ago, a year ago, but it is soul expansion. Because on your mind, you have Two of Swords reversed, and I feel like this is choices. And to me, I see this as the crossroad. This is going right back to the card of the path. And I see this as the card of the void, the darkness, because there is a lot of mental confusion here and a mental fogginess, and this is a reluctance to make decisions. Some of you may be avoiding, you know, it's like, okay, well, I don't want to see what's in front of me. I don't want to deal with it yet. I'm going to put the blinders on and hope it goes away or hope it solves itself. It's not. It's not. So I feel like this is a time for you to just sort of get still and meditate, because that's, you know, once you do that and settle yourself, that's when the wisdom will come to the forefront, the inner wisdom. And we talked about that because the answers lie within you, Sagittarius. And I do really think you know what this means. But it's about you getting into alignment with it and being comfortable about what that decision entails and what it's going to cost you. And it may not be costing you anything financially, but it's going to cost you something emotionally and spiritually. So you have to do the risk versus gain analysis on these choices, because I think it may be a bit risky, but you have so much to gain, right? It's just sort of building up the courage to be like, all right, I'm ready. I am now ready to make this decision, drop the sword on what needs to be cut out, and now I'm ready to move forward on that little rickety ladder of ascension towards my divine happiness. And I think that's what you're working on right now, Sagittarius. In your near future, King of Swords. So I feel like maybe some of you could be dealing with an air sign. This could be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. But I do get the sense that this is sort of you guys coming into your own power, like obtaining the emotional clarity that you need, you know, to sort of clear up that Two of Sword energy. I feel like this is you becoming more empowered in your thoughts, your ideas, your communication. And I think that you're going to start communicating clearly what you want. Because the minute that you do that, you're telling the universe exactly what you want, and the universe is like, yep, got it. We're going to help you manifest that. We're going to help you turn that Ace of Pentacles reverse into an Ace of Pentacles upright, because you now know how to verbalize and express what you want and how to ask the universe specifically for what you want this to mean. Okay? It's coming. It's just a matter of you guys just meditating and understanding, okay, I have a lot of choices. Remember, the card that was crossing you all was the Seven of Cups. Choices. Could also be the card of illusion. So what may look great may not always be great for you. So what may be great, may look great on the surface, may not always be in your highest good. So those are the things that you need to really watch out for. And just take a pause, take a moment to really, you know, explore your relationships, explore, you know, who your friends are, and you know, how people are interacting with you, who's really supporting you. Take a look at your career. You know, are you fulfilled? Is this what you really want to do? Or is there maybe another direction you want to go in? If you're thinking about love, well, why hasn't love worked out for you in the past? What went wrong? Are there patterns? What can you do to prevent yourself from repeating a pattern again? You know, things like that. These are the things that you need to really think about. And I think once you come into alignment, this mental clarity is going to help you out. So how you see yourself, I think this is you taking a moment to pause and to really reflect on, did you do enough in 2019, like enough spiritual work and healing work, you know, to help you evolve into the person that you truly want to be? Are you happy with how life has turned out for you thus far? So this is you taking a look at your harvest, looking at what you reaped and sowed. Did you plant the right seeds? did they yield the proper amount for you? So yeah, I feel like this is also you doing some resource planning. Literally, I think this is you maybe looking at your finances, and it's like, okay, did my investments do well? How's my retirement account looking? Am I saving enough money? Where am I spending too much? Where can I cut back? So I feel like this is you kind of doing that personal work to really set yourself up for a fruitful and successful future. In your environment is the Queen of Swords. We have two swords here. So I feel like, this is you. In the environment card, this is you all just working on clearing the mental clutter. And it's you guys just saying, all right, enough of the bullshit, let's clear this out. I feel like this is you all clearing out your life, clearing out the clutter in your life. And, she's called the Ice Queen, but she's not icy. It's just that she's very matter of fact and just very upfront with her communication. And she knows what she wants. This is an energy of, just knowing oneself, knowing one's truth, and being able to confidently express feelings and communicating points of view and, really just saying what you need to say diplomatically, right? And I feel like the energy here is supporting that. You do have, we do have a pair. We have the King and the Queen of Swords. So some of you, this could mean that you're calling in love. I feel like the relationship that you're looking for is one of balanced emotional energy, one that is drama-free, that's going to help ground you and propel you forward. I feel like this is more of like a mental expansion, more of like a maturation of your emotions, and I feel like this maturation here mentally and emotionally, that's going to help you up level your life and make better informed choices. So I do feel like, Sagittarius, that you are going to be entering a very stable relationship with someone. Could be with an air sign, maybe not, or maybe it's just someone that just has a lot of air in their charts. But yeah, I do see this coming in. I feel like this could be a shift in a new direction. I feel like for some of you, this is, again, dating a different type of person. Like, I think you're used to dating someone who maybe had been fun, it's like a good time, but they lacked the capacity to offer you a future. They just lacked the depth, and I'm sure they were really cute and funny and pretty, or handsome or whatever, however this is resonating for you. But I feel like now is the time for you to be like, all right, I'm really looking for someone serious, and I'm really looking for someone who's going to improve me and help grow with me, and I'm going to grow with them. So I feel like this is a symbiotic, mutually respectful relationship that's mature and that's balanced, and you both are going to have really good communication. You're going to be able to communicate your emotions, you're going to be able to communicate your ideas, and really plan and create a very beautiful future together. I do see that for some of you coming in, I do see this coming in for some of you. All right, so your hopes and fears is Seven of Wands. I feel like this is you now you've ascended, and this is you on the higher ground, and you're taking more of a strategic look and vantage point from where you are in your life. I feel like that kind of complements what you're doing here with the Seven of Pentacles. You really are taking stock of where you are at in this lifetime, and this is you saying, all right, I now have learned the karmic lessons. I'm going to do things differently. So you have clarity. You can see the past, you can see the future, and now you're like, based on what I've learned, I'm going to go ahead and set new boundaries for myself. This is what I will and will not put up with, and this is how short my patience is for some things, or I learned to increase my patience for others. So you're really doing a lot of planning. I do feel like you're doing a lot of planning for yourself to set yourself up for your future. And your outcome is Three of Wands, soul expansion. I do feel like there's a lot of Jupiterian energy in this, because I do feel like it's you guys saying, okay, I'm now looking, forward in my future. what do I want my 1 year plan to be? What do I want 5 years to be in 10 years? How do I get there? How do I achieve my 10-year plan today? What do I have to start doing now in order to make that happen in a decade from now? So it's just a lot of soul expansion. It's a lot of like visionary prepping, and you're thinking and dreaming, and you're aligning yourself with something that's fun and new and exciting. And this is a great time to do it, Sagittarius, because one, we're in your energy, and two, Jupiter is helping us out collectively to expand ourselves, to be bold, to live our truth freely, and to be free of anything that no longer served us. All right, but this is the soul expansion card. And I feel like a lot of you all, Sagittarius, are like, all right, it's time. It is time to live boldly, live authentically, and just treat life as an adventure and keep going forward. Yeah. So awesome reading, you guys. This is great. Great way to start it off. So up next is I'm going to pull some clarifying cards using the Untamed Truth Oracle deck. Ooh, can't take those. And we'll just see what comes through. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, just need 2 more. Well, I'm glad that we're finally out of Mercury retrograde. I think we should be also exiting the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. So since you have some big cards with communication, I feel like hopefully that energy, now that Mercury is going direct, it should help clear up any misunderstandings or help improve your communication with others. Yeah. So that's something to look forward to right now. And also Venus and Venus and Jupiter went conjunct, last weekend, and it has created this awesome energy to help expand our heart chakra and to really connect with people and to sort of deepen our connections with our loved ones. And it's interesting since it's the holiday season. I feel like 'tis the season to be doing that with all of our friends and family. Really just take time to express that love and gratitude to those who truly are important to us. So, all right. So I have your cards here, your clarifiers, and first one out is faith. Have faith. Have faith that everything that's happening has had to happen. It is divinely guided, but it happened for your highest good. And I feel like this card is sort of complementing the card that came out in your recent past, which is the 3 of Swords energy, was the heart reversed. Yeah. So I feel like the message here is saying have faith that, the worst is behind you. Yeah. The worst is behind you, and this heartache energy, this disappointment, this sadness, whatever this means to you is no more. It's done. It's over with. It's, you're healing from it. And just have faith that your future is going to be beautiful and bright, and that the worst has already happened and you're done with this. All right. The next card that's coming up is love reversed. And I get the sense that this is about loving yourself first. You have to fill yourself up, but first, before anybody else. Well, first of all, let me stop. You can't count on anyone else to fill up your heart for you. That's your responsibility. It's not someone else's job to make you happy. Happiness is a personal choice, but you can definitely complement one another and continue to bring joy and love and happiness to other people, and vice versa. You just can't rely on them to be your happiness, to be your love. That's healing. That's you. That's your responsibility. And I feel like when you do come into alignment and when you can recognize, like, yeah, I love myself and I feel content and satisfied on my own, that's self-love. That's when you've healed, that wound, that gaping wound. And that once you're able to fill in that heart space on your own and to really experience pure happiness and pure love for yourself, you are now ready to call in the type of relationship love that you are seeking. And it's going to be a healthy, holistic type love, one that's not going to become codependent. Because I feel like when we enter relationships from an unhealed heart space, they quickly go codependent. And that's when trouble happens. That's when, attachment happens. And if we become codependent, sometimes people can come across as clingy and needy and very fearful and distrustful. And that's when all the crazy happens. It's like, oh, when I met you a month ago, you were fantastic. You were balanced. You were, you had your shit together. You were very independent. Now, fast forward a month, 2 months, 3 months later, and it's like, what happened? Now you're clingy. Now you're distrustful. You're texting me, 15 times a day. You're asking me, where I'm going all the time. It's like, well, what happened to the trust? Well, that's the wound emerging, right? And that's demonstrating that there's still an unhealed aspect to your heart. And I feel like this card is saying you've got to love yourself first. You got to heal yourself first before you can love someone else, before you can give love to someone else. You got to fill up your cup first, right? So that's just something for you to think about, because I do feel that because you have healed a major karmic wound, you have to still do the work to heal yourself, to make sure that you are whole and that you can maintain that vibrational energy if you decide to enter into a relationship. Because again, you don't want it to go codependent. All right. So next card coming up is restriction reversed. I feel like this is you releasing those restrictions. I feel like this could be self-imposed restrictions, just stories that you used to believe about yourself that's no longer true. And it was someone else's truth. It was someone else's definition of you and story for you. And it's something that you abide by, because I think it did serve a purpose for you at some point. I think it may have helped you achieve a certain amount of success and a certain amount of happiness, but that's not the end all be all. And I think you know that. And now is the time to really expand and to release the restrictions, to really burst out of, the shell that kept you closed, and to release the shackles and to release this self-imposed restriction. You're definitely redefining yourself, and I think you're seeing a new truth for you. Card of endurance is coming through. Yeah, this is a card of strength. This is saying, you're gonna probably go through a lot more challenges. It's not gonna be, smooth sailing from here on out. The sun may be shining, and it's like, yeah, the sun. I feel like this is representing spirit, and spirit's like, yeah, we're here to guide you. We're here to guide you through difficult situations, but not everything is as it seems. Because inside you're showing these cactuses that have really tough exteriors and lots of defense mechanisms. And they have those thorns that can just really poke the shit out of you. The inside is water, nourishment. It's a life-giving force, And even through tough, austere conditions that these cactuses live in, dry, arid climates, 120 degrees every single day, they can still bloom and blossom and demonstrate beauty. You can still demonstrate beauty and continue to bloom and blossom out of austere conditions yourself. And I feel like this is sort of you all being represented here symbolically as, look, you guys are tougher than you think you are. Inside you have a lot of love to give. There's a lot of water in there, so a lot of intuition, a lot of emotion. But sun will continue to shine upon you, and you will continue to bloom and blossom no matter what life throws at you. You just have to maintain endurance, which is strength, personal strength, intestinal fortitude, personal courage to continue moving forward on this path and really seeking out what you really want in this life, what's really going to make you happy. All right. Okay, interesting messages. I love these cards because they always bring tons of cool synchronistic messages and just sort of, things to confirm and to clarify what's coming out for you. So up next is the Pure Love Oracle deck. I'm going to check in with soulmates and twins, and we'll just sort of see what needs to be said, okay? Ooh. Okay. So I have 2 for the masculine. Now I'm just going to pull 2 for the feminine. Okay, got 3 for the feminine. Okay, so masculine would like to share to his feminine, I am closed off to love right now, but I feel so connected to you. Okay, and feminine would like to share to her masculine, you are not available to connect right now. I do not feel worthy, but I forgive you. Okay. Interesting. It's interesting that, you know, that the feminine energy is saying, yeah, you're right. You are not available to connect right now. And he's like, yeah, I'm closed off. I'm shut down. But he does feel a connection towards the feminine. And she's like, yeah, well, you know, you're not available emotionally for a relationship. I don't feel worthy also, but I do forgive you. So I get the sense that this particular couple that I'm tuning into are definitely still in separation. I think there was maybe a short communication in the 3D recently, and it was just sort of to say like, hey, how are you doing? You know, what are you doing for the holidays and so forth. I just don't feel that this particular connection is going to come into union anytime soon. I just don't get the sense that the masculine is going to be ready. Springtime is what popped into my mind. Springtime, maybe. So late March, early April. I heard the phrase the spring thaw. So yeah. I feel like this masculine just needs a lot more time to heal and to work on himself and to come into alignment with the idea of maybe reconnecting with you, you know? And feminine, it says, you know, the energy here is you forgive him. You forgive whatever happened, whatever was said or done. I think you're ready, but you know, just really think about what happened. You know, what happened to cause the split? What happened to cause you all to go into separation? And are you forgiving this person? From a healed heart space, or is it a codependent space? Yeah, just because, you know, there's a message. I think the message that's really coming in overall for this reading is about making sure that you have a healed heart space and that you're not just relying on that person to fill you up. Like I feel like you feel empty. Like there's definitely a void because this person is no longer in your life. And I'm hoping that you're not forgiving this individual out of habit, you know, out of, you know, maybe the relationship was more habitual for you. And, you know, that could be a sign of codependency. So I feel like feminines, this is a perfect time for you to really analyze what this relationship really was. I'm not doubting there wasn't any type of love or true feelings there. I really do get the sense that there was. It's just, is this person right for you? You know, are they going to love you the way that you want and need to be loved? And vice versa. I feel like because the masculine is saying, I'm not open to love right now, and feminine, you're like, yeah, you're not. Well, there's a reason for that. So I guess the question is will they show up more healed, you know, or will they show up as the person that you need them to be? Can they show up to do that? Can they get there? I don't know. That's something for you all to decide. That's something for you to really turn in and go within and to really do the self-exploration and the self-analysis about who you are and what you want, what type of relationship you want, and really ask the hard question, can that masculine give you exactly what you want? Or vice versa, however this energy is resonating for you, right? I mean, this is a general reading, so take it how it resonates. But the message is, can you be the person that you need them to be? And if the answer is no, then I believe that this is where you all make the determination to say, okay, I love you, send you off with lots of love and light, but I've got to pursue my truth. I got to pursue my idea of the Ten of Cups. So think about that. I feel like this is a card, I feel like this is a message they're saying, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes and really do some soul searching and ask the hard questions and be honest with yourself, right? I mean, truly be honest. Can this person love you the way that you need to be loved? And really have a clear definition of what does true love mean to you. And if they can't meet that definition of true love, or if they can't meet what it is that you want, then that may mean that you need to part ways. And I feel like that's where part of this Two of Swords is coming through, why it's reversed. I feel like this could be something that's on your mind. And, this when this comes in reverse, this means refusal to make a decision, refusal to see the issue. And it's like, I'm just putting a blindfold on. It's like, all right, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know about it. I just want it to clear itself up on its own, and it's not. It's not. This is where you have to be an active participant in your own healing and your own decision-making process. Okay, so, wow, comment below, Sagittarius. Let me know how that's resonating for you all. And yeah, keep me posted. So up next is I'm going to pull a couple more oracle cards. I'm going to use the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. I'm going to pull an animal spirit for you all. And then I'm going to conclude with the Nature's Whispers. And then we'll see what comes out. Need a bigger table. Maybe that's what I'll get myself for Christmas. Oh gosh, now I'm throwing everything. I feel like I dropped one and... yeah, sorry. Sometimes these cards are really large and they can be a little tricky to shuffle, and they're not shuffling properly, and I can't take them like that. I need a good clean shuffle. There we go. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what the oracles have for you all. Oh, pretty. Yep. All right. So for your Sacred Rebel card, you got the 30 card, which reduces to a 3. So I feel like that's spiritual alignment, mind, body, and spirit. Yeah, I feel like this is like the Holy Trinity. You're just really balancing yourself. But the message is the perfection of your life. So I feel like this is about you really defining what happiness means to you, especially in the love department. I mean, we just had that big message coming through with the Pure Love Oracle. This is about what's going to make you happy, moving forward, moving towards, it's like laying down the ground roots and seeing what grows and moving forward in the bright light of your future. I do get the sense that this spherical shape represents cycles. I feel like you've ended karma and you're moving forward into your new life, that a new cycle has started for you. I feel like this is you healing your root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus chakra. So by you healing the root chakra, this is about you getting grounded. This is about you stabilizing your life and saying, all right, these are the seeds I'm planting. I'm planting them now, and they're going to yield, a beautiful forest of abundance for me in the future. And in order for you to choose your seeds correctly, you have to do the meditative work. You have to ask yourself the hard questions and really get clear about what's really true for you. And that's where the inner wisdom and strength comes in, right? I feel like right now you're definitely still in the void energy, but these are the things that are going on in your mind. These are the questions that are cycling through. And I think if you can start to answer those questions, that void energy, that dark confusion energy goes away. Okay? So take time to journal, take time to really write things down and write things out, and then go back and read what you've written, because you're going to see exactly what your thought process is. And then that's where you can start making the tweaks, like, oh, I got to change the way I think about that, because, you know, this is only keeping me stuck in this energy. It's not going to allow me to expand. But if I shift my perspective or open my mind to something else, great things come through. All right. So for your spirit animal, it is... it's going to be from the message of the octopus. And if I can just find the octopus right now. So octopus is coming in reversed for you all. Okay. And this means that this is something out of balance, which demonstrates neediness, clinginess, and lack of courage. Codependency. Remember I was talking about that, about the characteristics of a codependent relationship. If you're entering a relationship prematurely and you haven't healed yourself, you can come off as clingy, needy, and, you know, just kind of like a low self-esteem, lack of courage. So this is going to be good for you all. So octopus, when in balance, represents an interested and engaged, intelligent type personality. You're reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries, and in search of direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. So you're very smart, and we're seeing that with the sword energy, the king and queen of swords, but you're lacking healthy boundaries. And I think that your hopes and fears, I mean, we saw that with the seven of wands. That's about establishing new boundaries. All right. So this is cool. This is a really big message of synchronicity coming through for you. So let me start again. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. We saw that with the three of swords, the broken heart. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. Oh my God, I've been saying this throughout your reading. This card, this message just summed up everything for you. Establishing healthy boundaries and, you know, just getting out of old patterns, out of habit. And I feel like this is healing dysfunctional relationships, but the healing has to come from you, down at the heart chakra. Healing your root chakra to get grounded, to make you feel stable. You have to heal yourself first before you can open yourself up to anyone else. Because if you try to enter relationships halfway healed, it's not going to work. All right. Oh my God. Wow. Holy moly. That was pretty cool. All right. And lastly, you have the card of Seek Beauty. And I love that it's a 44 card. It's the angel number for you all. So your angels are around you. But look at this. Look at all this lovely fire energy. This is you guys. This is your energy. I feel like this is, you know, a card of inspiration saying, go forth and seek the beauty of life and call that into you. And this is about you just, you know, tapping into your fiery Sagittarian energy and just, you know, being authentically true for yourself, healing the past, healing your heart chakra, and just really defining what happiness means to you. How can you create beauty in your life? Okay? And what would that mean for you? So there's a lot of soul searching and a lot of big questions that needs to take place right now. And you're going to do it. I have full faith and confidence in you all, Sagittarius. But you're just kind of going through the thick of it right now. You're clearing out this mental fog and mental confusion. But the minute you do, oh my God, life is going to be absolutely beautiful. Life will be this for you all, okay? So that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. Happy birthday. This was kind of a big reading for you all, big messages. So thank you for, hanging in there to all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all my current subscribers and cross watchers. I truly love and value your devotion and support to this channel. Welcome to all my new viewers and subscribers. If you're new to my channel, you're here by no accident. This is a divine time. This is, we're meeting divinely because there's certain things that you need to hear here in this message. All right, please give this video a quick thumbs up, a quick like. By you liking the video increases the viewership for your fellow Sagittarians to receive the messages of love and healing that you just received. All right, happy holidays, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.